If you have the technical expertise in the hacker mindset and you only work on the two of those, yet lack the communication to really bring it all together, you're not going to be as successful. I cannot use that as the intro. I am a professional. I have clients who might watch this. To be a great hacker, don't just focus on the technical aspects of hacking. I've been noticing while I've been hiring juniors and seniors for open roles I have, that they tend to be only proficient in one of three different categories. And as a junior, you can have a successful career only being proficient in one, but as a senior, you really need all three to be truly successful. If you're new to the channel, my name is Alex. I'm a hacker. I'm an information security geek. I won a black badge at DEF CON and I run a cybersecurity consulting company. And what I've been finding is there's three different categories, starting with the technical aspects to hacking, like the hands-on keyboard. The people who tend to have really strong technical skills are developers who have come into the security realm. They understand the problems that developers typically face, strict timelines, but they also understand Jenkins, CI/CD pipelines, the shortcuts that they normally take. They're also really good at picking up frameworks or methodologies like the OWASP testing framework and learning that. But they tend to lack the hacker mindset. And that's the other group of people I find, that they have a really good hacking mindset. They know how to think outside the box. They know how to create solutions for problems they may come across. And you get one of these two groups, and it is a little weird. Like, it's the background I had. I came into the industry from video game hacking and learning how to break things before I truly understand how they work. I mean, this was like a decade ago, but it took a while for me to catch up my technical skills because I knew what I wanted to do, but I didn't know the tools that existed for it. Whereas the developer understands the tool set, but doesn't understand necessarily how to circumvent security. It's kind of like being an artist where you understand the technical ways of making good art, like the brush strokes, the techniques, but you lack the soul, where maybe you might be able to envision good art, but you're not able to deliver on it. And well, these are incredibly important and you need both. What I find is if those are the only two categories you have, you're not able to grow a team because you need the last piece, which is communication, in both in documentation, in speech, and presentation, because all three of those are core and essential as consulting. The documentation, at the end of the day, that's all the client gets from a test. They get the documentation. I did another video on, I think it was called My Grandma Says You're Secure, talking about that's the only deliverable they get. You can be the best technical hacker in the world, but if you can't present that idea to the client, it's kind of a useless assessment. The other thing is, if you can't document your approaches and your methodologies, it's really hard to grow your team because ultimately you want to write up methodologies, standard procedures, and push those off to juniors to be able to perform because they can perform that while it frees you up to do some of the more difficult work or just some of the more time-consuming work. The other reason communication is so important is because executives need to understand risk. And it's not communicated through like technical aspects, like here is how we broke into the network. It's communicated through analogies and you need the hacker mindset to truly come up with creative outside the box ways of talking about security vulnerabilities. Like even things as simple as block list and allow list are what feel like obvious concepts, but you need to come up with an analogy like it's like a wanted poster in front of a saloon. It lets all the communication in except what's listed on the wanted poster. Or flip that, it's like a bouncer in front of a club. Unless you're on the list, you're allowed in. Like analogies are at the core of good communication to executives, and coming up with ones which don't make them feel stupid. You're doing yourself a massive disservice. If you have strong technical skills and you have a great mindset, you need to strengthen that communication muscle. And the way you can do it is things like a YouTube channel or a blog post, or just talking through what you're doing in Hack the Box or Try Hack Me. These communication skills are one of the most important, I would actually say the most important in senior level roles. If you're not a strong communicator, your technical effort, like all these cool things you're doing, tends to be wasted effort because no one gets to hear about them. No one gets to see them. Communication is also the key to making more money. If you're interested in making more money, I did another video completely on how to set yourself up as a profit maker and make more money. If you've gotten something out of this, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching and hack on.